I have always believed in the paranormal. I'm fascinated by that whole world we don't understand. However, ever since I was little, I've had strange experiences, ones that have only increased as I've grown older. That's how it feels to me. I'm currently 22. A few weeks ago, during a family gathering, relatives were sharing old stories, anecdotes about cousins and children. One of them, in particular, really caught my attention, because until then I hadn't heard it. My mother says that when I was about 2 years old, she was barely around 3 months pregnant, and they didn't know yet whether my baby sister or baby brother would be a girl or a boy. During one of those days, she says that I started speaking to someone in my room. They could hear me, talking like it was a real, fluent conversation, sustained for a while. They thought I was playing with my dolls, so they just let it go. But as the days passed, they started seeing me speak toward nothing, clearly addressing someone. Eventually, it became so frequent that they had to see me doing it directly, talking to someone in empty space. They assumed it was an imaginary friend, which is common at certain ages. What unsettled them was the content of my words. My friend said that my baby brother was a boy, and that she was taking care of him. That got my family's attention, because later on, in another incident, my father was trying to walk down the hallway where I was playing. As he passed by, I hit him extremely hard. I don't remember it, truly, but they say I struck his leg with a force that really startled him, and I was very upset, because I kept saying my father had stepped on my friend. After that, my uncles began to fear me. They claimed that this supposed friend followed me everywhere. There was no place where they wouldn't see me talking to her. Time went by, and it became frequent, almost normal, in a way. But then something happened that shocked everyone. My uncle later moved into the house where all of that had taken place. During renovations, moving things around, breaking down walls, they removed a wall that was in the way so they could expand the kitchen. And behind that wall, they found human bones. My mother says that based on the size of those bones, according to everyone who saw them, they must have belonged to a boy or a girl who was around my age at the time. I can't be sure, but she believes it had something to do with the period when I stopped talking to my friend. Years passed. Around 2017, my maternal grandmother became ill with something strange in her intestines. She was hospitalized for several months. In February 2018, we were told that she would have to undergo surgery the same night. That date was February 7th. My family learned about it, agreed, and went ahead. In the morning they called us, thankfully, and confirmed the surgery had been successful. Everything was fine, and that of course calmed us. We were relieved. But the strange part, the part I'm going to tell you next, happened that same night. On February 7th, I dreamed about my grandmother. I saw her lying in a coffin, and we were keeping vigil in our own house, the way she wanted. I could see the decorations, the arrangements, the people gathered, where the chairs were placed, and how everything in the house looked. In the dream, I simply went over and lay down beside the coffin to sleep. I should mention something. Ever since I was little, I've had a horrible fear of coffins. I don't really know why, but I've never liked them. Then on the afternoon of February 8th, my grandmother unfortunately passed away. However, there was one detail I couldn't ignore that day, especially at her funeral. Everything was exactly like what I had dreamed. The decorations, the people, the order of the house, the coffin, everything. I dreamed it again after that. In the dream, I only remember her on the floor. I don't know if that's how it truly was, but she looked like she was lying down and pulling herself along, asking me for help and food. The dream was strange and disturbing. When I woke up, the only thing I could think to do was set up an altar. After that, not long after, I went to Mass and told the priest everything. He said that if she had died hungry, it was possible she was still being held here, and that in my dreams she was asking for food. After that, I didn't dream about her again. In 2020, in January, I had another dream. This time, it was my paternal grandfather, who had died when I was around 5 years old, if my memory isn't wrong, who was the main figure. He came down from a taxi and looked at me through a windowed door. That door is similar to one in my current house. But something made me sure he wasn't really my grandfather. Physically, yes, it was him. But in his eyes there was something I didn't like. Not only did I not like it, I was terrified of seeing him. His eyes were very dark. Not just dark, like the color of the pupil, brown or dark brown, or whatever you want to imagine. No, they were genuinely dark. It made me recognize him with no certainty at all. I remember that he desperately tried to close the window, but suddenly, he appeared right in front of it, staring at me. Then his hand began to go through the closed door. That look, just the way he stared, told me by itself that whoever he was, or whatever he was dangerous. I don't remember everything that happened in the dream, but when I woke up, something, truly something, kept telling me I hadn't actually woken up. It felt like something wouldn't let me wake, as if someone was holding me inside that dream. That was one of the worst dreams I've ever had. But what caught my attention the most was this. My father also dreamed about him. The exact same day, and the same type of dream. A few months later, something else happened. I usually sleep alone with my door closed. That night, I dreamed that my grandfather opened my door and entered my room. I remember that I pretended I was asleep. I felt so much fear, almost to the point of full panic. What woke me up suddenly was feeling a hand, completely freezing and heavy, on my head. What terrified me most, beyond the cold, was that when I woke up, I was still feeling intense cold in my head. And my door, which I told you I always keep closed, was wide open. I should clarify. I don't know if it's related, but the last 2 times I've told you about, the final incidents happened close to the Day of the Dead. Have you ever had an experience related to the Day of the Dead? If you have, write to me. Please reach out so we can work on putting together a special about it, stories from everyone. And don't worry, more Halloween stories are also on the way. For now, I just want to share this with you. Thank you for everything, the care and support you've given me. Thanks for bringing this channel to where it is today, and for being with me in this October. Without anything else to add, I send you a big, strong hug. See you in the next video. Good night.